Hey miners, Mining King here. Today, let's check out solo mining. Let's get right into it.
As a crypto miner, you know you want your equipment to be high quality. Proper cable management is part of your mining rig, and the Veteran Miner has you covered. The Veteran Miner cables are created with the best materials to ensure they are of the highest quality. Our cables are made of 16 gauge tin copper, ensuring another layer of protection from oxidation and corrosion. We support our products with a 100% guarantee. Visit our website at www.theveteranminer.com and get the best cables for your mining setup.
So today we're going to be checking out solo mining, but once again, please check out the Veteran Miner. He makes some of the best cables around. I have some myself. They are very high quality. I highly recommend them. You guys can use them for your little mini ASICs, GPUs, whatever you guys have. Highly recommend the Veteran Miner. Okay, so let's get back into solo mining. So I decided to do some solo mining on a very small rig of mine. It's 6 RX 6600 Sapphires, and I decided to do some solo mining. And I know it's not a whole lot of hash rate, but you could still solo mine even with a small amount of hash rate. I know some people think you have to have a good sized farm, a big farm, maybe 50, 40, 60, 80 GPUs. I'm doing it with one rig of 6 cards. Okay. So before we get into that, what my stats are, let's go ahead and go over to mining pool stats and maybe what I was looking for a particular coin and which coin I ended up choosing. In this way, why I came to the choice that I made, right? So we are over here at miningpoolstats.stream. Great resource for us miners. It gives us a lot of things to look at. Obviously, things are on the up, right? Bitcoin's up, price up, you know what I mean? Everything's looking pretty green today. So when I'm looking at a particular coin, okay, I'm looking at this over here. I'm looking at this hash rate right here, and I want to see how much it is and what algorithm it is, because obviously, Monero's for CPUs, right? But you get what I'm trying to say, right? That you need to be looking at hash rates to see. You don't want to choose an algorithm depending upon the size of the farm or rigs you're going to use. You obviously don't want to go like solo mining Ethereum Classic with this rig, right? Of six cards, because most likely you're not going to find any blocks anytime soon, right? So that's kind of more of like a really high risk gamble. Now, there is a way to be able to get blocks, and it may actually be beneficial or better to solo mine than it would be to pool mine. So this is what I'm testing right now. Now, if we come down over here, you can see that hash rate on Furo, which is another coin that I solo mined back in early 2022, is still pretty high. It's about 200 gigahash. If you were doing this with a decent sized farm, then I might consider something like that, right? We need to find low hash rate if we're going to be doing a small amount of cards, right? Like we wouldn't want to do Ergo right now at 30 terahashes and go ahead and try to solo mine with one rig of 6600s, right? Because that still wouldn't really yield us a lot, right? That would yield us maybe 180 mega hash if you're lucky. So it wouldn't still be beneficial, right? So we need to find something that's pretty low in hash rate. Maybe people aren't mining it right now. Maybe people are avoiding it. As well as another thing I'm looking at is the price of this coin over here. So you can see some price, what the coins are worth. But the coin I ended up doing, obviously, for the thumbnail is going to be Meowcoin. So let's go over to Meowcoin. And it has got up a little bit today. Obviously, this was down to about, I want to say 43 when I started, like a day and a half ago. So it is a little bit higher, but it's a pretty low hash rate, right? It's under 100 gigahash. So I chose this just to test it out, because if you look at it, there's only 1,100 miners right now mining Meowcoin, which is actually pretty low compared to what it used to be, right? So there's obviously people have fallen off. The price of Meowcoin has went down, so it's not very profitable to mine. It's kapow. It's a very uses lots of power. It's creates a lot of heat, which some people may want the heat, right? For obviously it's still winter time, depending upon where you live in the world. Um, so depending upon that, maybe you want kapow, but most people normally typically don't like the kapow because it's a very, you know, um, heat intensive, power hungry algorithm. Um, but this is what I chose. You can liquidate it on Trade Ogre, which is where I actually, that's where I do liquidate Meowcoin. If I do, I haven't actually traded any, but look at this trading volume here. It is not looking good here. Looks like txbit.io has the most, which is $250. So right now, it's not being heavily traded, which is kind of not a good sign. Maybe in the bull run, maybe everybody loves kitties and stuff like that. Maybe it goes to the moon. Who knows, right? Nobody knows. But I am solo mining to Woolly Pulley on their solo pool. So let's go ahead and let's check out my stats for Woolly Pulley. So I found 2 blocks within the first day. Now I'm on, the second day and I'm at 278%. So my luck right now is not good. So I'm going to be doing this for a week because I'm going to average it out, my percentage in luck, right? Because look at this, 146 and then 12%, right? And now I'm at like 280, almost. So it's a very large swing, right? You know what I mean? You're down here low, you're down here up here. So to me, as far as where it says effort right here, to me, this is like your luck percentage, right? So if you're under, to me, 100% on the luck or effort factor, because that would be essentially the same amount of work that you could put in on a pool, right? So right now I'm like almost triple the effort, right, on finding a block. I've not found a block. Luck is not obviously on my side today. So I'm gonna keep going with it for a week, and I'm gonna average out my percentage, right? I want to see. So obviously there's a big swing in the percentage difference, so I need to average it out. So if I'm under 100% on the luck effort, then it's worth it to solo mine, right? If you're over the 100% mark, I would say you need to go back to pool mining because you're putting in too much effort and you're not getting enough blocks in, right? So it's kind of a game of math, and you need to do more, I would say, than a day test because each solo mining has so much factors in it for like latency, your luck factor. I mean, there's lots of things that go into it, right? So to me, I would run it for a week and see how it does. Obviously, if that's going to put you in a bad financial spot, don't do that, right? But maybe, and this is like an example, not just of Meowcoin, but how I look at all other coins. So it's going to depend on your hash rate. How much hash rate are you willing to put on solo? My rigs are currently off right now just because I'm waiting for more power for Terra, just like all the other customers, right? So right now I am off. But when I do get back on, will I solo mine something? Sure. But how long will I solo mine for? Don't know, right? It's when you're solo mining it, you have to watch the difficulty every day. You have to watch the network hash rate because maybe you're mining and like right now it went up like 7 gigahash over the last 2 days, right? What happens if I check it tomorrow and it goes from 50 up to 80, right? So then the difficulty is going to increase, right, along with the hash rate, which will make it more difficult for me to find blocks. So you do have to kind of check the network hash rate and difficulty because that's going to be more key factors that you have to pay attention to when you're solo mining, right? Let's head over to what to mine and let's see, how much I would make each day if I was pool mining versus solo mining, right? So far I've hit 2 blocks and I've gotten about 5,900 Meowcoin. So let's go ahead and hit the calculate here. Now I have this at the 15 cents because even though I am an owner, I would still pay the same price that you guys would pay when you guys host a Terra, right? So we're at 15 cents because we're keeping things legit. So it says roughly between 8 and like 8,800 coins is what I should be getting each day. So obviously on day one, I didn't meet that goal. I only got 5,900, and today has been awful. I have not hit a block yet, so not very good. But we're gonna keep on it for a week, and who knows? Maybe this will get up to 300 or 400%, and then the next one will be at like 3%, and the one after that will be like at 60%. Then the other one will be at 20. You just kind of don't know, so that's why I think a week is a good time to maybe average it out to get a few days, because there's obviously a big swing here. You know what I mean? Let's figure out my average though, as far as percentage. I bet it's probably not good right now. So let's go ahead and let's take I'm gonna take 12 plus 146 plus 2, we'll say 279. Okay. And then we're going to divide it by 3. It's going to be over 100. Yeah, it's about 145. So it's not looking great right now. If this other one had been around the 100 mark, right, even at 140, that 12% one would have really dipped it down low. Um, but this block right here, this third block is not doing me any favors right now. So obviously it is not looking good, but I plan on doing a follow-up video. So next Monday we'll do a video, a follow-up of Meowcoin and how things turned out, how much Meowcoin I got, how many blocks I hit. So these are just some of the things that I look at when I'm solo mining. I look at the network hash rate, the difficulty, price. Um, you know what I mean? Obviously, it's going to be the size of your farm, stuff like that. There's your latency. Make sure you find a pool that has pretty good low latency. The best one for me so far, for me, solo mining, is Wooly Pulley. I have about around 50 to 60 milliseconds, give or take. It varies, you know. So that's the best one. That was the lowest latency pool for me. So I tried like 4 other pools out. So you need to have, those are just some of the things that you guys need to look at when you do start pool mine or solo mining, and just be prepared. I know everybody when they solo mine, they keep checking their wallet here for when they hit their block. Watching it is not going to make you hit it any faster. Just turn it on and just walk away. Otherwise, you'll be here all day like, oh man, did I hit a block? Did I hit a block? You're just going to be there all the time. And it's going to drive you freaking crazy. So, all right, guys. So hopefully you guys like this video. If you guys have any comments, leave them down below. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys solo mining right now? Like, I know a lot of people are solo mining Caspa, Ergo, stuff like that. Let me know down below if you guys are solo mining. Maybe some other, tips that maybe you guys have for solo mining. I'm just doing this with a small rig because it's just what I kind of have right now. So I just wanted to try something. Like I said, I've solo mined Furo and Flux in the past, and I've done. Also, don't forget that I'll be giving this away to one of the Kingsmen, which are the my YouTube members at the end of the month. This is a chump change meter box with the Drock meter and the L630 plug already inside of it. So I will be giving that way at the end of the month for my members. So be sure to stay tuned for that. As well as Terra Hash Tuesday will be tomorrow on my channel. So stay tuned. All right, guys, this is the Money King giving you the most hashes, and I'll see you next time.